The October attack on Paul Pelosi, the husband of Speaker Nancy Pelosi, has brought renewed focus to threats sitting lawmakers face and the growing political violence that has plagued the U.S. in recent years. Authorities allege that a 42-year-old man from California broke into the Pelosi's San Francisco home in the early hours of October 28th in search for the Speaker, who was in Washington, D.C. at the time. A source familiar with the investigation told The Hill that the intruder asked Paul Pelosi, "Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy?" And after the altercation, according to the Justice Department's affidavit, the suspect told San Francisco police that he wanted to wait for the Speaker to return home and hold her hostage. He threatened to break her kneecaps, and he said he wanted to tie up Paul Pelosi while pulling zip ties out of his pocket. The suspect has been charged with several federal and state charges, including attempted murder and attempted kidnapping. And the attack sent shockwaves throughout Washington and prompted widespread condemnation from both sides of the aisle. But it's just the latest in a long string of violent incidents targeting members of Congress and other political figures as the world of politics becomes more polarized and divisive. But it's not just Democrats. In July, a man was arrested and charged with assaulting a member of Congress using a dangerous weapon after allegedly trying to stab Congressman Lee Zeldin, a Republican from New York, during a campaign event. Zeldin was running for governor. The suspect, however, said he had been drinking that day and did not know who the lawmaker was. And it isn't just this year either. House Republican Whip Steve Scalise of Louisiana was shot by a gunman in 2017 during a practice for the congressional baseball game. And in 2011, then Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, a Democrat from Arizona, was shot during an event in Tucson. Both lawmakers almost died. And while the violence targeting lawmakers has, unfortunately, been prevalent for more than a decade, the number of threats targeting sitting members of Congress has ballooned in recent years. In 2021, the United States Capitol Police opened more than 9,600 cases involving concerning statements and threats. That number marked a roughly 144% jump from 2017, a staggering increase that transpired during the Trump administration, when divisive political rhetoric became more widespread.
If they continue to go up the way they have, clearly we're going to need additional officers to assign to this responsibility.
But the spike in numbers in just the last half-decade alone is raising concern, and it's sparking some changes. The Office of the House Sergeant-at-Arms over the summer announced that it was creating a residential security program that would give each lawmaker up to $10,000 to pay for security system equipment and installation costs at their personal residences. And some outlets have reported that following the Pelosi attack, the Capitol Police is reviewing security for top lawmakers. But the attack on Paul Pelosi is sparking calls for more security for lawmakers, and it's again raising the question of whether or not families of lawmakers deserve that same protection.